Cara Dune, Marshal of the New Republic. I heard rumors you might have gone legit.
I wouldn't go that far.
Hiring strong, independent women at your company rather than the typical group of conformist corporate employees can present challenges. Take Gina Carano, for example, a former MMA fighter turned actor brought on board to portray Cara Dune in The Mandalorian. Initially, everything appeared to be smooth sailing. The show thrived, and Carano's character gained a considerable fan following. However, issues started brewing behind the scenes at Disney Lucasfilm. And here we are, even more controversy over at the House of Mouse. Join me, dear viewer, as I dive back into the dumpster fire that is Disney. It's no secret that Disney has had a questionable past with their hiring decisions. Hiring someone who refuses to spout the same politically acceptable talking points as everyone else at the company and even dared to express some conservative political views at times is something that can endanger your employment in the modern world. Following the acknowledgement of Disney's questionable past with their hiring decisions, it's imperative to recognize that a company as vast and diverse as Disney naturally attracts individuals with a wide spectrum of backgrounds, worldviews, and political leanings. Unlike a liberal arts campus where conformity reigns supreme, diverse opinions are expected in the real world. However, hiring someone who diverges from the politically acceptable narrative, expressing conservative views, is deemed unacceptable by the woke left. Disney, seemingly staffed by those allergic to diverse viewpoints, quickly targeted Gina Carano when she dared to question the message. The inevitable shot was fired in February 2021 when a social media post on America's political division led to her swift dismissal and being publicly ostracized. Just another victim of consequence culture, I guess. Now, just to be clear, do I think she expressed herself in the best possible way? No, of course not. It was a mark of poor judgment that left her open to misinterpretation by the woke Twitterati. And boy, did these trolls pounce on her. Would I have done the same thing? Hell no. I mean, take a look at my zone of interest review. I dared to say the movie was shitty and I had awakened a wild dragon. But it seems succumbing to victimhood mentality isn't Gina Carano's bag. And last night, she confirmed on Twitter that she's filing a lawsuit for wrongful termination as well as defamation against Disney with the help of none other than Elon Musk and his army of lawyers. We're living in a very politically charged time, but conservatives such as George W. Bush and the Donald loaded American courts with conservatives who seem to be the last remaining bastion of believers in the Constitution and basic human rights like freedom of speech. So do I think she has a good shot at winning this lawsuit? You bet your ass I do. Discrimination based on political belief is still discrimination. Disney violated her right to free speech. While an argument could be made that Disney is a private company and we live in an environment dominated by at-will employment, and they were well within their rights to fire her. But it's the way in which they went about it that's at issue here. This is where it gets interesting, you see. It turns out that Gina wasn't the only one sharing divisive and inflammatory political content on social media. The talented actor, yet all-around dipshit, Pedro Pascal, was doing exactly the same thing and totally getting away with it. The only difference you see is that Pascal's political stance is closely aligned with the progressive forces within Disney's ranks. So it turns out that they really do embrace every form of diversity except the ones that actually matter, like diversity of thought. The other issue at play here is the way in which they fired her. They humiliated her in a very public and demeaning way. Usually when some high-profile person gets fired, you get a cordial email saying, "Person X will no longer be with company Y, and we wish them well in their future endeavors." But that's not what Disney did. They pulled some random dumbass liberal arts major out of the PR department that wrote, "Gina Carano is not currently employed by Lucasfilm, and there are no plans for her to be in the future. Nevertheless, her social media posts denigrating people based on their cultural and religious identities are abhorrent and unacceptable." It actually doesn't matter who wrote this message. As soon as it came from an official company channel, it became official in a legal transcript sort of way. You see, the devil is in the details, and lawyers love to nitpick over every single word, punctuation mark, and preposition. And the way this reads is very clear, even to a layman like myself, that she was fired for having a political opinion. Now, whether this constitutes discrimination or defamation is something for the lawyers to figure out. But suffice it to say, this could not have come at a worse time for Disney. They're coming out of 2023 licking their wounds with multiple billion-dollar losses. They are under siege from the activist investor Nelson Peltz, and now yet another billionaire who had this cryptic message to say.
I'm just here with friends, thinking about companies to acquire. Whoa!
We've known that Nelson Peltz has been gobbling up shares on Disney's board for a while now. And it's no secret that Elon Musk is no fan of Disney's current head, Bob Iger, from this very glorious moment.
Go fuck yourself. But go fuck yourself. Is that clear? I hope it is. Hey, Bob.
I know. I made Andrew Ross Sorkin look like an asshole in front of 200 people as well. It's a lot of fun. So where does Disney go from here with this lawsuit? I guess they could offer to bring her back on The Mandalorian as some kind of consolation prize. But honestly, like the Critical Drinker and others have said, it sounds a bit like a job opportunity on the Titanic. I'm honestly not sure where they can go from here. They had themselves a very promising, strong female character, a character that many fans grew to like. To me, she kind of reminded me of Dash Rendar from the old Shadows of the Empire game in the way she was portrayed, which was a good throwback that I quite enjoyed. Too bad Disney ruined it. This is yet another example of why the closed-minded progressive left ruins everything. They leave no opportunity for dissenting views or opposing opinions. The things this country was founded upon. I really don't know what Disney can do to keep the ship from sinking at this point. This lawsuit, along with Nelson Peltz buying shares to gain more board seats, and add the Musk factor into all this, and it doesn't exactly bode well for Bob Iger's chances of holding on to his job. And you know what? Good. I'm glad someone's finally standing up for common sense here. So what's next? Who knows? But one thing is for sure, Disney's got some explaining to do. And if Elon Musk has anything to say about it, they'll be singing a very different tune real soon.
It's Hollywood, baby.
But what do you guys think of all this? Did you like Gina Carano and her depiction of Cara Dune? And was Disney right in discriminating against opposing political views? Please do let me know down below in the comments. And as always, hit that like button, ring that notification bell, and smash that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one.